Okay guys, so here's just an update on my fish room, if you want to call it that. I don't really know. I just put this tank up maybe an hour ago or so. I got top fin 40 on there with the Aquarium 20 or 10 or something. It does 100 gallons per hour, and that one does 200 gallons per hour, so 300 gallons per hour. So it gets turned over at 30 times an hour. Here's my 55 up here with the bluegill. The reason I set that 10 gallon up is because I got I'm getting new fish. I'm getting my old teacher at school, my sister's current teacher in 6th grade, doesn't want her green terror anymore, so I'm going to get him. He's like 6 inches long, probably not even that, maybe like 4 inches long, and she has him in with a bunch of convicts, and he's bullying the convicts, and the convicts are bullying him back in a little 10 gallon. There's 5-inch convicts in there, almost the same size as him, so yeah, he's pretty small. He's no bigger than probably that African cichlid. He's probably, African cichlid is probably smaller than him, actually. I mean, he is probably smaller than the African cichlid. He's probably more like the size of the length of the goldfish. I mean, catfish right there. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Over here is that little fish I saved. He had like 9 of them. Put them all in that tank. Picked this catfish, ate all but one of them. I saved that guy and put him in here. You can kind of see him right there. It's super teeny tiny itty bitty. Let's see where'd he go. That's the poop down there. You don't want to see that. Yeah. Oh, there he is. Oh, let me see if I can find him on the screen. It doesn't pick him up either way. He's right there. You can kind of see his eyeball. I don't want to pick him up though. So you can see him back there. He's so dark though, and then the back is so dark that you can't really make him out. Whatever, he's like a quarter of an inch long or whatever. I don't know what he is, a bass, bluegill, something like that. He's like a long body where he's like striped like a bluegill. So I really don't know what he is. But yeah, the green tail will be going down there for a couple weeks, month, whatever. However long it takes me to get him to eat what I'm going to feed him. And to make sure he's healthy, and because I don't want to put a sick fish in with my healthy fish. And over here's the Oscar tank. Has some algae on the glass, so it's a little fuzzy, but whatever. Need to get some more plants for it, though. Haven't gone back out to PetSmart to get any. But yeah, the Oscars are doing good. The Pacu's doing good, so is the Pleco. Pleco, he's just loving this tank. He probably wishes he had hiding spots, though, because he likes to hide a lot. He comes over here and he hides underneath the wave maker, though, so. These guys are just too big to put caves in there, though, because, I mean, to get a cave big enough for the Pacu to fit in, or the Oscars to fit in, I mean, it would be, like, and take up, like, a fourth of the tank. So, I mean, there's no really point to it, because, I mean, they swim somewhat, but, I mean, they don't really use the caves anyway, so it kind of defeats the purpose, only the Pleco does, and he doesn't really need one. So, yeah, I'm going to have to clean this tank out tomorrow. Well, I'm going to have to clean out the filters probably tomorrow. The filters are getting clogged. The tank itself isn't that dirty. I mean, it's pretty clean. Some floaties, but that's just excess food. But yeah, the little green terror will be going down there. I'm going to take this bucket to school tomorrow. After school gets out, I'm going to go up to my old teacher's room, and she's going to give me the green terror. She said, I was going to clean out her fish tanks. My sister was like, oh yeah, my brother has fish tanks. You want him to clean your tanks out for you because their tanks were dirty? And I was like, and she was like, sure, he can do that, because she's my athletics director, and she was my old teacher. And she said, yeah, he can do that if he wants to. And I came up there, I was like, yeah, and I heard she volunteered me to do that, and she's like, yeah, she kind of threw you underneath the bus, didn't she? I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, I'll be more than happy to clean them out if you want me to. She's like, okay, you can do that next week then, and I was talking about the green terror with her, and I said, do you even want him? I'll take him if you don't. She's like, I don't want him. He bullies the convicts, even though the convicts are, like, super aggressive, and it's way too small of a tank for how many fish are in there. And she realizes that, and she didn't want him anyways. So she said, if you have something to catch him with, then something to take him home with, you can have him. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But that's how that tank looks. And that will be going away once I make sure he's all checked out and everything, up to health and everything. And I'll either put him in this tank, or depending on how big he is to the Oscars, put him in this tank. If he's too, like, this big to the Oscars, I definitely wouldn't put him in there. If he's like close to the size of the Oscars, I would. But other than that, I wouldn't, because the Oscars would probably tear into him for the first couple of days, and then they'd eventually calm down. But I don't want to kill him. He has like a big belly though, so that's why I'm going to definitely put him down there first, make sure I don't give my other fish an internal parasite or anything. But, yep. And I'm going to try to make sure he's all healthy. If he's not healthy, I'll try to get him healthy. And he's a real pretty fish, so yeah, I'm going to do an update video on that. But this is just all the tanks in as they stand right now. I have this little jar, little vase outside with snails in it, and that lizard's tail plant. If you know any of my old videos, you guys know what I'm talking about. If not, then you're like, what the heck is a lizard's plant? Well, whatever. Alligator digs out from underneath this rock, as you can see. I fixed it. He had it all the way down to the glass, and a pile like built up this high over here. 2 days ago, I buried it, put the Anubias Nana back, and now he's kicked it all up and yanked the Anubias Nana back out of the substrate again. So he just does not want it there. He wants to customize the tank, and I don't like how he's customizing it. So I have to fix that sometime here. But yep, this is the tank down here. Doesn't look half bad, I don't think. It's for a little temporary, couple-week tank. I got 5 gallons of water from this tank, 5 gallons of fresh water, and give it that bacteria kickstart. So that way, hopefully, the bacteria cycle will not be that long, if not at all. Hopefully, those are old filters with some old gravel and old plants and everything. So, I mean, there's bacteria in the water. It's just, I don't know how long it's going to take to cycle it. See, that one piece of driftwood came up, but it'll eventually sink back down. And my air bubble on there on low. And it's still putting out a really good amount. Otherwise, it's just too loud underneath it. And I just have it tucked up underneath here. You can see there's a gap right there. I mean, it just barely fits on the lip of this tank. You can see this barely fits on the lip of the tank. It's about 1/4 inches. It's sitting on. And then there's the brace in the middle that's sitting on. So, worked out pretty good. I didn't want to put up too big of a tank, though. 10 gallons more than enough. That's what he's in right now. Except his is filthy dirty. She over the summer didn't clean it at all, because it's just the janitors feed it. Feed the fish in the tanks, and I don't know if she ever cleaned it. She has to get new filter pads and stuff, so that's why she didn't want me to clean it today. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out the future Green Terror. We're getting him tomorrow. Got my bucket and everything ready. See my net handle in there. You can't see the net though. But fish are doing good. They're nice and happy. The wave maker's working awesome. Haven't had to clean that tank out because that wave maker gets everything mixed up and the filters catch it all then. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out future YouTube videos, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that. Thanks for checking out my video, and see you in the next one. Adios.